So I don't know about you guys, but I'm always hungry like all of the time. And in truth, hunger is one of the main factors, which is kind of obvious, that influences the decisions you make about what you decide to eat, when you decide to eat, and how you decide to eat. However, there are a lot of other very important factors that we would like to discuss that also influences your food choices.
One of these factors is the government itself. In 1992, the USDA worked with several large corporations to present us with this food pyramid. Growing up, I was really familiar with it, and I remember sitting there and counting all my servings and making sure that I had enough for that day. But what I didn't know, and I'm sure that a lot of you aren't aware as well, is that a lot of big corporations like Kellogg's and General Mills actually purchased their way into the biggest section on this pyramid. So, according to former USDA nutritionist Lewis Light, the normal healthy person should have a lot more fruits and vegetables than this pyramid advocates. Also, the grain section should actually be very close to the top of the pyramid because they aren't really that necessary for your diet. So in 2005, the pyramid got a little renovation. This is the new pyramid, and a lot of people complain a lot because it was very vague, and it wasn't. It was very vague, and it was difficult to determine exactly how much of each section was needed to maintain a healthy lifestyle. Okay, so now let's take a look at this food pyramid. Nutritionalists drew this up to demonstrate the diet of our very, very early ancestors, the prehistoric peoples. As you can see on this food pyramid, the grain section is non-existent, which means that they were able to survive and thrive and get to the point where we are today without grains at all. So in this way, we can protect ourselves from just blindly following whatever the government or whoever is official, whatever they dictate, by really looking up our facts and making sure that we get what we need to maintain a healthy lifestyle.
So when we're hungry, we decide to eat a lot of things, right? So some of the main things that come to mind when we're really hungry are things like pizza, cheeseburgers, things like that. Well, a lot of these foods have something in common. They all contain both meats and cheeses, and these two types of foods contain a molecule known as an opioid. Think like opium or morphine, which are common opioids, and they're addictive enzymes that actually make you want to eat more the more you eat. So the next time before you decide to sit down and eat a lot of meat or cheese, think about that. Especially because processed cheeses and also meats have a lot of fats and salts. One of the other things that people don't really think about that influences what you decide to eat is the color of your food presentation. For example, red, orange, and yellow tends to make you more hungry. Red in itself is it increases your passions. So for example, like love, hate, and also hunger, which is a passion in itself. And orange and yellow also increase your metabolism. It's no coincidence that you have big food companies such as McDonald's, Wendy's, and Little Caesars all having the red and orange and yellow color scheme. Also, the plate color influences how much you will decide to eat on your plate. If the plate color is the same as the color of the food, then you tend to eat more, whereas if it's a different color, you tend to eat less.
Another thing that actually betrays you and makes you want to eat more could actually be the design of the cafeteria where you're eating. Take a look at the floor plan of our familiar friend Bruce Cafeteria. I don't know about you guys, but when I go and eat there, sometimes when I'm done and I put my tray up, I walk right back past the food again, and I realize that maybe I do want that cookie or the cupcake for later, you know? So I actually end up eating more than I planned just because walking out the door sends me right by the food again. Another study done by the Agricultural and Resources Economic Review, done at Cornell University, actually showed that there are some foods called trigger foods, which influence your decision regarding other foods as well. This is particularly surprising, and it was demonstrated that in a cafeteria where there were a lot of bananas, the students tended to decline on the offer for ice cream as well. This seems really unrelated, but there seems to be a trend in different foods affecting your choices regarding different other foods as well.
So using the information you've just learned, we hope that you'll think about these things the next time you decide to go shopping for food, or even if you're just planning on what you're going to eat for dinner. For example, if you're going to Walmart, don't just go for the goldfish because they have like the shiny golden, yellow, and red color scheme, but go for something healthier, and then also pay attention to what exactly is in the foods you are eating. And most of the common advice for how to eat healthy is that pretty common, such as you should have like set portion sizes of the different kinds of foods you eat, and you should always exercise and stay away from the TV. But like learning this information, we hope that you can take that a step further. For example, even if you know the correct portion size and you're following the food pyramid, you may still be eating unhealthily just simply because the food pyramid was wrong in the first place. So just keep those things in mind, and we hope that using this you'll have a healthier lifestyle. Thanks.
Woo!